There's a fishing spot called Jope's Cove Rock, and it lies in Conception Bay. Men fished its shoals, God rest their souls, some has long since passed away. Yet memory lingers ever on, as stars they once shone bright. Men who fished on Jope's Cove Rock, where the big ones always bite. There was Uncle Bob, who feared no fog or any northern squall. Uncle Tim, who would always grin at the big ones on his trawl. And John and Bill from the Wattle Hill, who worked late into night. And Skipper Sam, who could row to land with the waters featherweight. So come along, and I'll spin a yarn of three fishermen brave and bold. Our names were Frank and Bob and Ned, and we fished on that lower shoal. At the dawn of day we'd get under way, to Jope's Cove Rock we'd go. We'd hunt around on that fishing ground till the evening sun sank low. Then with one last haul we'd bait our trawl, and soon be on our way, and head for shore and our homes once more, to wait for another day. But I'm off the track, so let's get back to where I had begun, and I'll spin the yarn of that foggy morn. 'Twas the year of '61. We left the boat, 'twas black as night with fog, but we did not mind. Ned took his course as he oft-times did, and I followed close behind. Calm was the sea, calm as could be, as we shot towards our goal, Jope's Cove Rock, that fishing spot, and our trawls on the lower shoal. As our time ran out, we looked about to find the fishing ground, but not a boy did meet our eye as we circled all around. Naught but the sound of an old seagull that had circled overhead, and seemed to say as he flew away, "That's Frank and Bob and Ned." As we circled round, we heard a sound we could not understand, like the thunderous roar of waves on shore, and it seemed we were near the land. And all of a sudden there came a sight I'll never in life forget, as a school of whales with slashing tails, they're still in my memory yet. Then Ned turns to me, and Frank says he, "We're doomed this time, I guess. I think we're down below the ground, so we'll head her up southwest. But there's one request I'd like to make," and his voice seemed low and weak. "That's if you're about when I pass out, just dump me in the deep." Well, he seemed so low, I couldn't say no, so I said, "I will agree, but if you survive and I'm not alive, just do the same for me." Full speed ahead, I followed Ned. This time 'twas do or die, as through a gap in that wolf-like pack of whales we hurried by. Then we heard a shout and we looked about, and our hearts were filled with glee, as Arthur loomed through a bank of fog like a monster of the sea. He had took his course from Burr's Rock, straight as the seagull flies. When his time ran out, he looked about, but he saw no Bulldog boys. So back again for his course from land, this time 'twas straight and true. And when the fog did lift, he saw Frank and Ned and Bob down off Bacaloo. So he gave a shout that rang miles about, and he frightened the whales away. Then we knew we were saved from a watery grave in the depths of Conception Bay. So the sculpins may roll round the lower shoal, foxy tomcods they may swim, but I'll not be caught near Jope's Cove Rock when the fog starts rolling in. I'll stay in the drove, I'll sleep and smoke until the weather clears, but that trip you bet I'll not forget if I live for 100 years. That's Jope's Cove Rock.